I'm always watching carefully, trying to find new recipes. And I was looking at one of my recipe books by an Italian girl, Chloe, and she had, in the front part of the book, it had an introduction to her by a very famous American chef. And he's told in this introduction how that he actually really likes meat. But then he said, but I'm married to a vegetarian. So he said that he had learned to really appreciate vegetarian food. And then he said of all the vegetarian food he had tried, one of his top 2 favorites was sweet potato cheese. And I thought, sweet potato cheese? I've never heard of sweet potato cheese. So then I looked through my cookbooks by Chloe, trying to see if I could find her sweet potato cheese, or couldn't find it. So then I went online and I found one. And this is it, although I've adapted it some. And I wanted to share it with you for several reasons. One is it is very fast and very easy. That's good, quick. And the other is that it struck me that compared to other cheeses that I've made, this one had a higher nutritional value. Because if you look at it, the bulk of it is the sweet potato, the carrots, and the onions. And the broth is made out of the water that you cook the vegetables in, except that I do add a teaspoon of this bouillon, so it's not too sweet. Because the first time I made it, it was a little sweet. And you don't want cheese to taste sweet, not when it's going on a potato or anything else. So I made it, and Tim said, this is too sweet. So then I tried adding this in, and that seemed to do the job. So I wanted to show you how quick and easy this is. And a nice thing about this, in context of the other cheese that I usually make, this one you don't have to thicken it and stir it after it's blended. All you do is steam your vegetables until they're just done, blend them with your other ingredients, and you're done. So it's quick, it's easy, and it's fast, and I think it has a high nutritional value, all of which seemed good, and it tastes good. But although, whenever you do something for a class like this, the thing that you always hope is, oh, I hope it tastes good here like it did at home. But I'm absolutely delighted to see each one of you here, and I just want to encourage you as you seek to try and find good recipes that you can enjoy for healthy food, because food makes a huge difference to our health. And I'm delighted you're here. So I wanted to make this as efficient as possible. So what I did actually was I pre-cooked my vegetable. I pre-chopped and pre-cooked my vegetables. Here they are, ready to put in the blender. But I just wanted to show you, so when you're chopping up carrot, just before Tim's going to demonstrate it. So I like to make a double recipe of this when I'm doing it, because it seems like we always have a lot of people to feed. So when I make it, I do a double recipe. So I would do a 1/2 cup of carrots and a 1/2 cup of onions. I don't think there's no great science to how to chop these vegetables. Basically, you're just trying to make them tender enough so
you
that
need
you
a
can
demonstration on how to chop a potato?
Just make it into some cubes.
Some cubes.
Some cubes. So just so that you can.
She brought the wrong knife, but this is the one she likes.
Yes, that's my friend.
This is a bread knife, not a chopping knife. But she uses it, and I really like what comes out of the knife when she's done with it. She's been gone for the last few days up to Caribou watching the sun disappear, and I'm telling you, we're glad she's back. Hey, that looks better.
So basically, I think the goal is to try and chop the vegetables small enough so that they will cook quickly. And then I think that if they don't overcook, somehow the flavor seems better. So I would just say bring them till they're tender, then go ahead and put everything in the blender and blend it, and
Already
you're done.
cooked?
These are already cooked. So I did one thing that I realized is different from the recipe, but I tried doing it just as the recipe I found on the computer did, and that's what this is. Well, I did add a couple things, but I realized when I tried it today that it tastes better the way I'd previously made it, which was adding in a bell pepper. So adding in a red bell pepper seems to give it better
Is that in the
flavor.
recipe?
No, that's what I'm telling you.
Write it in, a red bell pepper, by all means.
I don't eat peppers.
Okay, then
Well, then don't
yeah.
write it on yours. Everybody else but her. You won't eat a sweet potato?
No, I won't eat a pepper.
Okay, did that have the pepper in
It
it?
does.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry.
If you don't like the deadly nightshades, then don't
No,
eat
I
the
don't.
cheese.
They're deadly to
But
me.
but this is good.
Yeah,
This
you'll see.
recipe, as it reads, is good for you.
I can't taste it, so I don't know.
You you will.
Do you use the whole pepper?
Half
I
a
would do a half a
pepper,
pepper.
half a red bell pepper,
Okay.
unless you're her.
I apologize.
Everything you guys cook has peppers.
Not everything.
You know, I've got to make myself a mental note about that.
Next
Okay.
time, no pepper.
No pepper. So that's fine, dear.
Okay, you got the
So do you
idea.
have the idea? And the same with the onion. And you don't
Chop it
have to
up.
be, you don't have to be a scientist how you cut just want you to see. So like if I'm making a double recipe, I would use 2 cups of sweet potatoes, half a cup of carrots, and half a cup of onions. Or alternatively, 1 cup of sweet potato, fourth and fourth. So here we go. So now we have our cooked vegetables, and we're going to add in,
What are you going to add in, Lynn? Half cup of cashews? Where's the half cup? I'll make one.
so you're going to use a cup.
There's a cup.
Because
Okay,
this is 2.
then I will do that. There's a cup of cashews. Yours says a half, but this is a double
This
recipe.
is a double recipe. And this is here, this is the broth that I cooked my sweet potatoes. This is the broth that I used.
Yeah, you don't want to
Measure.
lose that. That has good nutrients in it.
I knew Cheryl would like that.
Lynn,
Yeah.
did you peel the sweet potatoes?
I
before you
did.
cooked them?
I did peel them.
Yep.
But that's a good point. I should have tried not peeling them.
No, I'm glad you peeled them.
What's that?
You have to soak cashews, you can just use.
I rinsed them. These were organic, and I just rinsed them.
Do you want 2?
Yeah. So this is a double recipe, so we'll do 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a pinch of red pepper flakes.
And if you like pepper flakes, a big pinch. And if you like garlic powder, a rounded teaspoon. Okay, why do we rinse the cashews? Because cashews are related to poison ivy. Yeah, and you want to rinse them really well. People that pick cashews have to dress up in all kinds of fancy garb to make it. Yeah, rinse your cashews.
Is that only if they're raw?
Yes, and they're raw because
Hold on, dear.
they're better for you. My wife said to hold on.
Now you got it.
Now I got it.
Now just fill that up.
I was wondering where that half cup was.
So
This is
is
nutritional yeast. Have you
flake.
ever tasted nutritional yeast flakes? It gives you a cheesy flavor, and they're rich in B vitamins. Yeah,
Did you add the salt?
yeah. You can put it on popcorn. That's right. It makes good
So I
popcorn.
think the only thing left is lemon juice.
Yep. And then we add some lemon juice. And let's see, that's a tablespoon, so it gets 2 tablespoons, 'cause it's a double recipe. Just like that.
And for the nutritional yeast, the Red Star brand, there are different brands, but the Red Star brand is a richer source of the B vitamins, specifically B12.
And then we'll add a bit of vegetable broth in here.
Just one.
And You don't have to put the vegetable broth in it, but it does give it a nice round flavor. So that's a good thing. Can't get the last of it off. Oh well, if I was home, well, we won't talk about that.
You can lick your fingers.
I don't know about this blender.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. I guess that'll do. Just like that. Now you have your cheese sauce already thickened. And you have some in there. That'll be for me tomorrow. I hope we made it good. If I'm going to eat it, right? Oh, we can sample right now. Okay, we'll have a sample. What we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of potato in and then the cheese sauce over it. So you can have a little potato with some cheese. How about that? They're yellow potatoes. Why not white?
White increases whatever.
Yeah, the more color to your food, the more antioxidants, the less inflammation. We would have done purple potatoes, but we couldn't find them in the store. We could only find them in the back room from our garden, and I didn't want to waste, no, I mean, share all my purple potatoes with you. But it would be kind of pretty, purple with this color on top. I'll tell you who likes it, all my grandchildren. They love our purple potatoes with cheese sauce. Oh, sure. It'll work for that, too. Yeah. Macaroni and cheese. You could put it on whatever you like. Yes, question.
How long does it last in the refrigerator?
Not long in our house.
So
Yeah.
when I looked on, when the recipe that I used they said a week.
Yeah,
I
a week.
haven't tried freezing it.
Why are you mixing it? Just curious.
I have to be transparent. So I wasn't sure if I should add like 1 teaspoon per batch of that bouillon or 1. And so this one had 2 and this one had 1, and I like that one better. So
She's mixing it.
All right, last one up has to wash the dishes. We'll start on this side. Grab a fork.